Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA Daily Analysis. So another good day for NVIDIA. NVIDIA is up 2.48% today. So NVIDIA continues to go up. Let's try to make some assessment for NVIDIA for rest of the week using technical charts, fundamentals, stock split analysis, and forward PE. Starting with the daily summary, last 5 days, NVIDIA is up 8.39%. Last 1 month, NVIDIA is up 7.87%. And last 6 months, NVIDIA is up 147.23%. So after making a correction about 15% from the all-time high, Nvidia started to go up. It made a little correction every now and then, but not the big one. And still, it looks to me the momentum is positive. Let's take a look forward PE for Nvidia, SMCI, Palantir, and AMD and try to make some assessment. So Nvidia at this point is 48.66, forward PE, and Palantir is 83, SMCI 28.69, and AMD 51.04. So compared with the last 6 weeks, Nvidia is still on the upper side. The last 6 weeks average is about 44.66. So like I said yesterday, after Nvidia touches 50 forward P, then Nvidia enters in a danger zone because Nvidia's forward PE has not been that high in last 6 weeks. But Nvidia forward PE used to be above 50 sometime in 2022. Let's take a look. See that? The forward PE in Q1, Q2 and Q3 2022 used to be above 50 on average, 52.64. So this means that even if Nvidia forward PE goes above 50 before earnings, it can still manage to go further up. But it will be risky to buy if Nvidia goes above 50 forward PE, in my opinion. And that translates to the stock price of 135. I still have Nvidia stock at this point. I did not sell it today and yesterday because it looked to me that Nvidia still has some upside potential. But around 135, I'm thinking to sell my Nvidia stock, but will depend on the situation. My target range for Nvidia before earnings was 97 through 139. It looks to me that Nvidia may again try to test the maximum level 139.98 before the earnings. And if we incorporate the split factor into the maximum price, then I gave you the price estimate for Nvidia. I mean, the maximum price estimate before the earning is this one, 148.34 with a 10% stock split adjustment and 155.08 with a 15% stock split adjustment. In my opinion, 148.34 before the earnings makes sense to me. Nvidia has the potential to go to that level before the earnings, but going above 150 looks to me unlikely before the earnings. Moving on, SMCI is 28.69. As I said yesterday, that SMCI still has potential to go further up, but I sold my SMCI stock yesterday around 910, and I think it was a good sell. At this point, SMCI is around 900, and tomorrow there is a chance that SMCI can go further up. But I'm not expecting SMCI to go another 8% tomorrow. It has to come down, in my opinion. And AMD is above 50, 51.04. To me, AMD is very risky to buy at this point. Now, moving on to the stock split analysis. If you see this table, the last split cycle, week 5 from the effective date, NVIDIA was 48.20 from the announcement date. So from week 4 to week 5, Nvidia went up about 20%. In this split cycle, we see that Nvidia continued to go up from last week to this week, about 6% jump from last Friday till today. And we have another 3 days to go. But still, I'm not seeing that Nvidia can touch 48% upside from the announcement date. I guess it can still go up few percentage, but I'm not expecting Nvidia to go up 10% altogether in next 3 days. And there is a chance that Nvidia could be under pressure tomorrow because the CPI or the inflation data gonna be released on Thursday. And also on Thursday, if the CPI comes higher than expected, then the overall market could be under pressure, including Nvidia on Thursday. Let's take a look technical charts. You see 90-day hourly interval chart for Nvidia on your screen and also the MACD chart. As we noticed yesterday that MACD started gaining some momentum yesterday and Friday as well. And I made a comment that this positive momentum can continue today as well. And this is exactly what happened. This positive momentum continues to go up. And I had made another comment that this positive momentum may not be as steeper as it could be in the past. For example, this one or this one. So momentum is still there, but it's not very strong, right? So tomorrow we might see some sideways movement on Nvidia based on the MACD chart. So I'm not expecting a big jump on the Nvidia stock price tomorrow. Now let's take a look Bollinger Bands. You see Bollinger Bands on your screen. As we noticed yesterday that the gap between the upper band and the lower band started expanding, and I made a comment that it can continue to expand today as well. And that is what happened today. So this gap expanded further today, but in the afternoon it looks to me is contracting again. So tomorrow will be interesting day. Based on the technical chart, I'm not seeing a big positive movement tomorrow. Maybe a little upside tomorrow, but not much, or some kind of sideways movement we can expect from the Bollinger Bands. Now let's take a look at Fibonacci levels. See Fibonacci levels on your screen. So this time I selected a different lowest point, that is 116.44, because I wanted to see the support and the resistance level in the shorter time period, because Nvidia is already up above 130. So I want to see between 130 and 145 what are different levels. So the next resistance level is 134.87, and that looks to me a strong resistance level. On the downside, the support level is 131.34, and then after that is 128.50. At this point, Nvidia is 132.21. It might try to test 134.87 level sometime this week, depending on the CPI data. Let's take a look some news regarding Nvidia. So today, nothing different regarding Nvidia. I looked at all the news. I saw that one more price target increase for Nvidia, and that is from KeyBank, and that raises the price target to 180. Another one we should also take a look is this one that says that take profits on top AI performers, Citigroup analyst says. So in their opinion, AI sector may be still a bubble, and they're suggesting to take profits before it drops big. But in my opinion, it's not the case. I don't think it's a bubble at this point. So another positive news regarding Nvidia that says Nvidia stock jumps after analysts forecast 200 billion in AI chip sales next year. So next year, lots of optimism regarding Nvidia and other AI stocks. But it looks to me these are all just speculation. Other than these news, I do not find anything significant. Let's move on to the other AI stocks. So today, the highest positive change is on Nvidia, that is 2.48%. And after that is Apple, then Amazon, and then we have SMCI, Avago, AMD, Palantir, SoundHound, and Microsoft, all negative. It looks to me that most of the AI stocks have shown negative closing. Now let's take a quick look on the CPI data that's going to be released on Thursday. So last month CPI came 3.3% versus the forecast 3.4%, and that was a good thing for the overall market that the actuals came lower than the forecast. And this cycle the forecast is 3.1%. Let's see if the actuals can meet the forecast. In my opinion, the actuals may not come lower than the forecast. Either it should meet the forecast or it may come higher than the forecast. But the chances of coming higher than the forecast is high, in my opinion. Let's take a look core CPI. So regarding the core CPI, the actuals in the last cycle came 3.4% versus the forecast 3.5%. So it came lower than the forecast, and that was the good news for the market. This cycle, the forecast is 3.4%, and in my opinion, it's possible that the core CPI comes either lower than the forecast or just matches the forecast because the last cycle was 3.4%. So from April to May through June, you see gradual reduction in the core CPI. So looking at that trend, I can expect that the actuals might come 3.3% for core CPI in this cycle. So and that's all about NVIDIA analysis and assessment for this week. I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more tomorrow. Take care.